Let's talk about money because this is where a lot of people get confused. Many people hear about experiential marketing, or as I call it, the promo world or BA work, and assume it's just side money or a side gig, or they assume that it's low hourly pay or just something you do for fun, not for real income, and definitely not considered a real job. And while that may be true and can be true for some, it's definitely not the full picture. People make very different amounts of money in this industry, and it's not random. It depends on how you enter, what roles you take, and how intentional you are. So let's break this down simply. First, there are a few main ways people get paid in experiential marketing as talent or the front line. The most common is hourly event pay. This is where most beginners start. You're paid an hourly rate to work in events. It could be 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, or multiple days, or multiple weeks, or multiple months. It just depends on the event. This is normal and it's a good place to start. Another way people get paid is through day rates or flat rates. So instead of hourly, you're paid one set amount for the day. This usually happens once you have some experience or you're in a more specific role. Then there are multi-day contracts. These are events that last several days or even weeks. Sometimes travel is covered, sometimes hotels are covered, sometimes they're not. And the pay is usually higher because the commitment is bigger. There are also hybrid roles. This is when you work the event and you create content from it. You're not just being paid for your time, you're being paid for what you deliver. This is one of the fastest ways that you can grow and make money in this industry. Now, here's something important to understand. Not everyone makes the same amount, and that's not unfair. It's intentional. Some people stay at low pay for a long time, and others move up quickly, or they never start at a low rate. It usually comes down to a few patterns. People who stay stuck often take every opportunity without thinking. They never ask questions. They don't know what rates are normal, and they're afraid to ask for more. They say yes too fast because they don't want to miss out. It keeps them busy, but not well paid. People who move up do things differently. They start paying attention to what kinds of events lead to better opportunities. They notice that certain categories pay more and open more doors. For example, luxury events, tech events, auto events, and sports events usually come with higher budgets and better structure. Another thing that changes is the role. Working as general staff is different from being a lead or a product specialist or part of a long-term brand program. Those roles come with more responsibility, which means more pay. And then there's consistency. Someone who shows up on time, communicates clearly, and does their job well is more likely to be rehired than someone who doesn't. That's how people start getting asked back instead of constantly applying. Now, let's talk about money ranges realistically. Okay, so when you're brand new, pay is usually lower. That's normal. As you gain experience and choose better opportunities, rates go up. Typically, the goal isn't to jump to the highest pay immediately. The goal is to build steady progress without burning out. Slow growth that lasts, it's better than fast money that disappears, which is also where being intentional matters. Knowing when to work, knowing when to say no, knowing when something isn't even worth your time. And that's how people turn this into real income instead of chaos, which brings us back to something important. Making money in experiential marketing isn't about luck. It's about understanding how the system works. When you know how roles work, how pay works, and how to position yourself, things feel less stressful. You stop guessing, you stop taking everything, and you start making smarter choices. That's what this channel is here for, to give you clarity, not pressure, information, and not hype. And if you want to keep learning, subscribe and check out the next video. If you want more structure and support, the links are in the description. No rush, just move when it feels right for you.